Okay, so to clear the air straight away, I'm not going to discuss the Instagram shadow ban controversy here. I believe I suffered from it in the past and I wrote about it in my blog, but whether you think it actually exists or it's just one of many hoaxes, I'm going to show you in a second that Instagram actually flags some hashtags as spam. And this can impact your engagement. It doesn't necessarily mean that the algorithm will actively penalize your account for using these hashtags. Some say it does, but their evidence doesn't seem to be irrefutable. What matters though is that you still shouldn't use flagged hashtags. And here's the very simple reason why. You see, lately I've been publishing a new series on my Instagram feed that is focused on colorful sunrises and sunsets around the world. Well, okay, mostly in London because now of course I'm not traveling. But among the hashtags that I used in the series, one was sunrise lovers. And you can tell there is nothing harmful in the tag itself. There's no offensive words or anything else. I published a great sunrise photo and I thought that people who love sunrises may appreciate it. So this hashtag made sense to me. And after I posted one of my photos, I wanted to see where it ranked in the hashtag, hoping it could be in the top 9 and give me visibility and maybe some more followers. So I clicked on the hashtag from my photo and this is what I found. It says, recent posts from sunrise lovers are currently hidden because the community has reported some content that may not meet Instagram community's guidelines. Now, I don't want to dispute how sunrise lovers could be guilty of displaying inappropriate content while hashtags with the F word or the C word or with political and racial abuse are not. But let's just say I find it a bit confusing. What I want to point out to you is the impact that this can have on your posts. To start, using a flagged hashtag is simply a waste because if the posts are hidden, you're not going to get any engagement from it. And it is also diluting the effect of the other hashtags you used, because if one source of engagement is blocked, then it will lower the average engagement on your post. You could have had enough engagement to reach the explore page, for example, but then you don't, because you are missing a chunk of your potential audience. Also, and that's where most of the shadow ban controversy lies, if a hashtag is flagged as spam, and especially if you use it over multiple posts, some people swear that your content and even your account are also going to be flagged and penalized. But to this day, Instagram has always denied the practice. And unfortunately, there is no way to know in advance which tags are flagged. I mean, Instagram doesn't make a list publicly available, and I suppose those tags may change over time after reports are verified. And as you've seen here, Instagram seeks to flag completely innocent hashtags. The other one I had issues with a couple of years ago was street photo, which of course I would use because I shoot a lot of street photography. Now, it would be great if Instagram could warn us when we use a flagged hashtag upon posting a photo. A simple notification after we type in the caption or comments, that would be nice. But that's not part of the user experience right now. But at least now, if you click on the hashtag, you see the flag message above the results. Although this means that you have to check each hashtag you intend to use beforehand, which is tedious and takes the fun out of posting on Instagram. Luckily, there are automated tools that do all the research for you, and the one I use myself is called Hashtastic. Now, Hashtastic is not sponsoring this video in any way. I'm recording this video because once again, I had issues with the hashtag and I decided to share this story to help you if you find yourself in the same position. And this is simply the tool I already use. I will leave a link in the description below so you can visit the site after you finish this video. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I'm going to talk in a moment about why Hashtastic did not help me with this particular hashtag. But first, let me give you a quick introduction. So Hashtastic can do several things to help you manage hashtags and hopefully grow on Instagram. What it does is scanning millions of hashtags every single day and monitoring the activity on them, which could be number of daily posts, amount of likes, amount of comments, etc. Something that would take hours, if not days, when done manually. And it does offer search and comparison tools as well, and recommendations on relevant hashtags you may have not thought of. It monitors your account to check how you rank for the hashtags you use on the post that you publish, but only while the subscription is active. And of course, it identifies the flagged hashtags, which is why I'm talking about it today. And then there's a few more features as well. This is a paid tool, but you can try to be clever with the spending. The way I believe is most cost effective is pay for a month and squeeze all the power of Hashtastic to help in that period. So in this month you can do all the research you want on the hashtags and analyze your account while you use them to understand how they perform. Then for the next few months, let's say 6 months, you can save and use the hashtags that perform better, and then rinse and repeat. This way you can benefit from all the features without being tied to an annual subscription. And that's what I do, but unfortunately this Sunrise Lovers tag was flagged during my away period, and so I missed the flag. And now that I am again in my paid month, I can definitely see that Hashtastic picked the issue and now flags the hashtag as banned. And if I had used the tool consistently, I would have found out straight away. So there are benefits with paying for the annual subscription. But if you don't want to, you can still do the way I described earlier. And I admit that personally, I have not tried any other service claiming to do what Hashtastic does. I found this, I think it was 3 years ago, and I stick with it because it does the job for me, and so I have no need to find a different one. Again, if you're curious, there is a link in the description below. But whether you will use this tool or not, make sure you have a way to verify the hashtags you use, because if you end up using a flagged one, you can really harm the engagement on your content. And since I've been talking about Instagram the whole time today, if you're curious to see how I created 4 weeks worth of Instagram content in a short 30 minutes walk around London, check this video as well. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I hope this helped, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!